Hello, I'm Nazar. We're continuing with third Days of JavaScript, Day 8, Objects. So first, scopes. Scope that global scope and local scope. What is global? It changes, but let's check the local. So local means it can be inside a block, like a decision block here, if block, or it can be a function or an object. So inside that if we define a variable like like B, we can reach it here, at the 20. But if we try to reach it here, like this, it will not get us this B, and instead it will get the other B. If there will be a B here, it will get us here, that, but it gets us this one because there's no B here. So the most global one, it first checks inside this block, then checks there, and then checks there. And if we just, for this one, it checks the function and the all. And for here, it first checks the block. If it could find it, it will go the upper block, and it will go to the upper block. And this is the block, this is the function. I think you get the point. So that's the part where var and let comes into play. So var changes by block. It's a little complex. It's not recommended to use. Instead, use let. It's similar to the other programming languages. And constant is just constant. You can't change it. That's all. So objects. JavaScript is an object-oriented programming language. Everything is an object. And objects are key and value pairs like a map or a dictionary if you know other languages like Java and Python. So this is how we create an empty object in JavaScript. That's how we define fields, key and value. Key and value. These key values can be a string, integer, or an array, or a boolean. To get the values, we can implement a method inside that object that it belongs to that, and we can reach it like this using this dot field, or we can access it like it's a collection, like it's a map dictionary, and just giving the field, and it finds us that field and gets us the value. Creating object methods, we just said we get a method inside that. Function method means function of an object. That's all. And to reach that method, we do it like this: setting a new key for an object. So these objects fields are mutable. Sorry, objects are mutable. It's a constant. I know we can't assign it another object, but we can change its fields and values. So we can add a new field, or inside this area we can push new strings, or can add non-existing fields with its value. Object methods, like we said, we can use object assign to copy the original object. To get object keys, we can do object.keys to get fields, or values to get the values, or entries to get both fields and values. And you can check it with its own property. Exercises. Let's continue with exercises. Empty object, printed, create an object with fields and a method. Reaching fields and methods. Adding a method. And an exercise here, user subject reads. It has different fields. People, we can think it's like a JSON, and these people has fields as well, objects of objects. And here we are finding the person who has more skills in the user subject. To reach that, for constant users in users, a user has on property user, we need to check this and to not get error. It's kind of a boilerplate, you don't have to really get it. If user skills length maximum, we make equal to that and save the user to print it here. Count logged in users. So it's the same, we're just checking if it's logged in is true and then push it. And if its point is larger than 50, we also say that and print it. For finding people who are merged stack, which means using Mongo, Express, React, or Node inside their skills array. It's gonna say object.values includes this. Setting my name, create a barking object. It has a barking field with values, and for every users, it says user, we're printing it. We're printing it, but not assigning it. Oh, we assigned it here. Okay. Getting all keys, getting all values. Like that, we're just creating a country object here, nothing fancy. Also the same, so I skip that. 2, 3, or 4 are following 2 arrays, constant users and products. So products is an array and has objects in it. This is users array, it has objects in it with unique ID, username, email, password, create that it's a date, and logged in is a boolean. And here is a unique ID, name, description, price, and ratings, and likes. And in likes, we also say unique ID of the users, like that. And imagine you are getting the above users collection from a MongoDB database. Create a function called signup, which allows users to sign up in the users collection. If the user exists, inform the user that he has already an account. So create a user. If its ID is equal to that, you already have an account. Or else, you just push it and return it. And here, create a function called signin. I forgot to change name, which has to be wrong to sign in. It's just sign into the application. So I create 2 users, Alex and Seneca. If users has one property, use email matches, password matches, welcome. And else, user does not exist or wrong credentials. The products array has 3 elements and each of them has 6 properties. Create a function called rate product with rate product. So I created 3 products. It's kind of different than that the above example. I need to change that. I don't have to create that one. Create a function called rate product which rates the products. It should get rating value. And we should reach the rating value like that. And create a function called average rating, which calculates the average rating of a product. This is not actually right, as I just said. For every product, we have to push the rating, and if there's rating, there's no rating, we should return 0. And if there are ratings, because you can't divide by 0. There are ratings, you should sum all of them and divide by the amount of elements. And you don't have to get the product index. This is wrong. We are trying to get all the ratings average. And the like product, you're trying to like a product here. If product is liked, make it false. Else, make it true, and return that. Simple. We learned scope, objects, reaching fields, adding new fields, playing with object fields, checking fields, and that's all. Thank you for listening.